woman in a black and white world suddenly turns into color. She can only cover her skin with black and white foundation because there are no other bright colors in this world. A brother and sister lived in a house. The brother stayed at home and never went out. He ate snacks every day and watched TV on the couch. He loves a movie called Pleasantville. The people here always have a smile on their face. It made him very happy. He watched the movie over and over again. His sister didn't understand her brother. The people in this black and white movie just smile all day long and don't have any other emotions. She didn't understand what was so good about the movie. It was so boring. One night, their parents went out. The sister called her boyfriend to come over and watch the game, but there was only one TV in the house. When she found out that her brother wanted to watch Pleasantville again, she started fighting with him for the remote control. But in the middle of the fight, the remote broke. Now neither of them can watch the TV. Then there was a knock at the door. They opened the door and an old man, claiming to be a TV repairman, appeared. He gave them a new remote and left, and so began a new fight for the remote control. During the fight, they accidentally pressed a button. Then they were brought into the TV inside. The siblings looked around and realized it was a scene from Pleasantville. The repairman appeared. He tells the siblings through the TV that if they want to get out, they have to finish the movie plot. Otherwise, they'll be stuck here. The older brother was very happy about this because he loved Pleasantville, but the sister was very upset. She was a person who loved to party and fun, but there's no partying in this place. There's no entertainment. Every day is exactly the same here. The temperature is always a balmy 25 degrees. Firefighters are always in position to rescue cats trapped in trees. The basketball players will always shoot the ball over and over like robots. The neighbor's smile is exactly the same. There is no something new. One day, when the mother of this world made her eat her colorless breakfast again, she exploded. She decided to leave this awful place. At that moment, this world's boyfriend for her showed up, so she decided not to leave again. He was a very handsome man. The sister is immediately attracted to him and decides to date with him. In the days that followed, the sister started dating her boyfriend, but the world is so boring. Couples on dates just hold hints to add a little more excitement to the world. She had sex with her boyfriend on a date night. The couples around her were shocked to see this. They began to imitate. Because of her sister's actions, the flowers in the garden began to take on color, and Pleasantville was slowly changing because of the flower. As it began to take on color, some of the residents began to have a mind of their own. They began to do things they'd never done before. The siblings' mother was horrified by the changes. Because she had always followed her husband's orders, she would do whatever her husband told her to do. Her sister persuaded her to experience the thrill of excitement, like doing something only adults do. Listening to her sister's description of her date with her boyfriend, Mom's heart was touched. After all, the most intimate act she and her husband had ever done was hugging. That night, she decided to indulge herself, but the tree in front of the house caught fire because of her change. When the brother saw it, he immediately went to call the fireman, but the fireman didn't know what a fire was until they said a cat couldn't get out of the tree and the fireman rushed over. But when they got to the fire, they didn't know how to put it out. In the end, the brother helped put out the fire. Because of this, the brother became a hero in Pleasantville. The mayor gave him a citation, knowing that he was not from here. The residents always asked him to talk about the outside world. Thanks to the sister's innovation and the brother's propaganda, most of the residents got color. One day, for the first time in Pleasantville, it rained heavily. The rain washed away the gray, and more things took on color. The change made the mayor furious. He led a crackdown on colorful people and said they were all guilty, and he had some of the men smash the stained glass. And the colored people with minds of their own began to fight back. For the first time, there was a fight in peaceful Pleasantville. At this time, the repairman, who had not appeared for a long time, appeared again. He's very angry because the brother and sister have changed the plot of Pleasantville. Now he wants to take them back to the real world. They don't want to leave. They decide to change the world. There are now two sides in Pleasantville. One is the conservative faction, led by the mayor, and the other is the innovative faction, led by the two. To combat the conservatives, the brother and the others painted a colorful wall. No doubt they were taken to court by the mayor on charges of rebellion. Brother changed his cowardly character before and began to talk about the outside world with the town residents in court. One by one, the people in the courtroom turned into colors under the influence of his words. The mayor's hair almost stood on end when he saw so many people go colors, but he also gained color because of his anger. The town finally became a place of true happiness. It's not just black and white anymore. At the end of the story, the sister stays here because of her boyfriend. The brother returns to the real world to start a new life. This is a very simple story about how a boring town is transformed into a colorful world. Staying in the comfort zone may give people a sense of security, But after a long time, people will stay still and be eliminated by the society. So let's not resist change. Maybe a little change once in a while can make a big difference in our lives. This is the end of this movie. See you next time.